Now, you mentioned some of the drivers who raced for you. Who was the best guy to sit in one of your cars?
Well, it's kind of difficult because I don't want to be either over fair or not fair to some of the drivers. But there were two clearly that stand out, and that was in '82. There was a young kid. He was doing Formula 4 2000 at the time. I had a Formula 3 car. I'd just been on pole the previous Sunday at Silverstone. So we did the test, if you like, 3 days later on the Wednesday at Silverstone, and I asked this driver called De Silva, would he like to come and try a car for the afternoon? We had the afternoon free. And he came, and I don't know if you know too much about Formula 3, but the air temperature changes, and it's all about that little hole, if you like, that makes the engine breathe, and the crisper the air, the quicker generally the car should go. But this guy drove unbelievably quickly, and he, without much bother, was quicker than what our pole position time was the previous 3 days. We went to Macau with Dick Bennett. Dick and I, generally as a Marlboro team, we joined together, so we bought Brundle, Roberto Guerrero, and this kid called De Silva. He won the race, and he changed his name to Ayrton Senna. I mean, it's part of folklore now. So did Senna ever drive for me? No, but Ayrton Senna De Silva did. And the reality is that he was the darling of the crowd, and the reason for that is that he was able to embrace so many particles of the sport. He could be very tough. He could be very bordering on being rude to people, but when he was concentrating what he needed to do, and he put in an unbelievable amount of hours, he created a situation where he went through every particle of the car before the race to make sure that, in his opinion, it was the best car that you could ever have. So that level of professionalism has now come up to Ayrton Senna's level. So he created that. And so he was magic. He was magic with the people. He looked good. The way he spoke was good. The girls loved him, the sponsors loved him, the teams loved him. So he was for sure one of the standout characters. Of course, you have to think about Michael Schumacher in the same vein. Michael was much more successful in terms of purely race championship wins. And what he achieved, simply remarkable, particularly when you consider coming up to his 50th birthday. And obviously we have for some time now, we've all kept our fingers crossed in the hope that he would be able to make a full recovery, but let's keep hoping. But anyway, he was sensational, and I would say that in terms of raw speed, you would probably say that Schumacher might have just had it in terms of race win. No, in terms of winning races and how to position himself and do the things in the car, I think Michael just had it. But in terms of the overall lap and qualifying, I don't know why, I feel Senna edged him.